Let's talk about how much we spent on a 9-night trip to New England to leave Peep this fall break. If you followed my page, you know that I like to cover all of our vacation costs using points or bank bonuses or various money-saving methods. So I will share those at the end of this reel. But I'm going to share the actual cash that we paid out of pocket for different costs to give you a good sense of what a budget-friendly trip to go leaf peeping in the fall might cost you. First up is flights. We flew round trip on American Airlines and spent 90,000 American Airlines miles for our 5 round trip tickets. We also paid $56 in taxes and fees. For lodging, we spent $967 for the 3-bedroom cabin that we stayed in Maine for a week. Then we spent 60,000 Hilton Honors points for a night at the Home 2 Suites in Kittery, Maine. And then we spent another about 20,000 Ultimate Reward points for a night at the Embassy Suites near Boston Logan Airport for the night before we flew out to go back home. We paid just under $500 for our rental car, which was a Jeep Wrangler. We had it for 8 days, and we actually picked Boston as the airport to fly in and out of because of the rental car prices. When we went to book this trip, the rental car prices at the smaller airports closer to our final destination were through the roof. And so we saved quite a bit of money by driving a couple extra hours and flying in and out of Boston. We spent about $980 on food. $800 of that was dining out, and then $180 of that went to groceries. Then we have the smaller kind of leftover miscellaneous categories. We spent $120 on souvenirs. We spent $115 on airport parking, $140 on gas. So that brings our grand total for this trip after the points and miles we already talked about to just under $2,600. So now let's talk about some of the ways that I use points to cut these costs even lower. Our cabin rental was actually a timeshare trade, and to cover my timeshare maintenance fees, I use points that I earn from cards like the U.S. Bank business cards that are cashback cards. I also cashed out Ultimate Reward points to help cover some of those trading fees that accounted for the $967. To help cover the car rental cost, I used the $300 travel credit that comes with the Venture X credit card. And after that was applied, we had about $200 left over that I used Capital One miles to erase. We just finished a U.S. Bank business leverage card bonus, and I just cashed out about $900 in points there to cover various costs like dining. I used the Pay Yourself Back feature on the Sapphire Reserve to cover our gas and grocery costs with Ultimate Reward points. And that is it. Hopefully this helps paint a realistic picture of what it costs to travel hack a vacation.